Hey guys, I'm going to show you the absolute best way to get gems, trait rerolls, max skill trees, literally everything in one video. As you guys can see, I rainbowed every single unit in the game, well, excluding the RNG ones. And I still have a ton of resources ready for future updates. So yeah, be sure to share this with your friends and leave a like if this helps. So as most of you already know, there's a feature called MVP rewards. Basically, your rewards get doubled for getting the most damage out of a squad with 4 or more players. So there's 2 ways you can go about this. There's the manual farming way, which is to go to the ASTD Discord, post your link, ask people to leech or AFK while you MVP farm. This basically works the best for challenges and dungeons. Option number 2 is the method I used to get around 10,000 gems a night. So the first thing you want to do is get 3 alt accounts. I know guys, alt star tower defense. Alright, so you have a few options to get alt accounts with one device, but your best bet is probably to use UGPhone. I assume most of you can't macro 4 accounts all on one device overnight, so yeah, UGPhone is probably your best option here. The best part about UGPhone is you can have multiple devices all on the cloud, which means you can do all of this on mobile or PC if you wanted to. Also, I'm pretty sure there's a way you can clone the Roblox app inside of UGPhone, which means you won't have to buy 3 separate subscriptions for your alt accounts, but I recommend looking at a tutorial elsewhere for that because this video would be way too long. But yeah, UGPhone actually gave me a promo code for you guys to use. Just go ahead and enter the code DayDay or use the link in the description. It'll give you 488 diamonds. Thank you guys for sponsoring this video. So once you're on the UGPhone website, just go ahead and select web client and then create an account. Head over to the buy section and just pick the plan that works best for you. Once that's out of the way, we can get to the Roblox setup. Now this part they actually made really easy. Just go to the game center and install Roblox. All you have to do after that is just log in with your alt account. After you got that done, you can just head to the tool center and install the auto clicker, or if you don't like this auto clicker, you can just get one from the Play Store. Once you have all of that, you're now ready to start AFK. But in case you don't know how to set up an auto clicker, I'll show you guys really quickly. Okay, so the auto clicker I told you guys to download a second ago is actually really fire. It records every click that you do, so you don't have to manually drag the spots where you want to click. You can actually just play the game and then you can stop recording. So what I recommend you guys do is just place down all of your units and then set them to auto upgrade. Or if you want to take the extra safe route, you can just go ahead and record the full game, but it's really not necessary. Okay, great. Now that we got all of the boring stuff out of the way, you guys can go ahead and pick the method you need the most. Okay, so you need gems. This one is actually really easy. All you have to do is go to story with all 4 of your accounts and pick extreme on stage 1. It doesn't matter what story it is. I'm pretty sure they all give the same amount. Just do extreme. And then once you're in the game, all you have to do is just go ahead and set up your auto clicker or whatever kind of macro you have. But one thing I recommend is losing first so you can get the enemy cutscenes out of the way and you can auto click replay on your other 3 accounts. I also recommend for the other 3 accounts that you go to settings and turn on auto start as well as low detail mode so they have a lower chance of crashing. Once you have everything set up, you should be getting about 40 gems every 3 to 4 minutes, as well as 20 gems on all 3 of your other accounts. Just your main account alone, that's over 700 gems an hour, so make sure you guys take advantage of this. So you need the part that's 90% of this game's gameplay. Yeah, I completely get it. I recommend you complete every story that you can on all 4 accounts because the challenges actually cycle through every story mode map, and you can only enter the map if you completed the previous story. This part is also tough because obviously you can't macro or tiny task this overnight because it's gonna keep kicking you out every 30 minutes. But hear me out, you can set up a macro for each map if you wanted to and it'll make things a lot easier. Oh yeah, and the best part about challenge MVP rewards, you can actually do this in daily challenge every single day. So because of this, I actually switched from playing with my friends to just grinding with my alt accounts. Sorry guys. But again, you don't exactly need alt accounts for this method. You could just send your PS link to the ASTD Discord. People ask for leechers all the time, but if you're not able to get anybody, I just recommend using alt accounts. Little dungeons. Okay, I got you, but I'm warning you right now, this is the hardest method out of all of them. Not only do you have to complete every single story for this, you're also gonna have to do it manually because the dungeon is way too tough to auto-click placement, especially since they buff the enemies like crazy. If you wanna already have a team prepare for the next dungeon enchant, look at the summer event's current element and that'll be the next dungeon element. If you guys wanna know when the next dungeon is, you can just head over to my banner stream. It has a dungeon timer countdown as well as a summer element countdown so you guys can see when the element is gonna change. Anyways, it's pretty self-explanatory from here. Just get all 4 accounts into the dungeon, do your best to solo. If you manage to solo and speedrun it, you're looking at about 2,000 gems in just 30 minutes, plus around 30 to 40 dungeon bags. It's definitely worth it, but again, it's probably the toughest on the list, so good luck. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I tried my best to make this video a little bit more fun since this game is kind of cooked. That's a video for another day. Well, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.